Greetings to all my fellow watch enthusiasts on YouTube and Facebook and wherever else this video is being seen and shared. It's Celine Driver once again to do another unboxing and review video. This video comes as a result of suggestions on Facebook from several folks who wanted to see this particular watch brand. They weren't talking to me specifically, but they were talking about, has anyone seen this or looked or whatever. And then one of my subscribers, shout out to Brad Southern, for suggesting that I do it, because as he and others have said, I am Mr. Zelos. No, I'm not. Elshan Tang is Mr. Zelos, but I happen to own a lot of his watches, and so does the owner of this watch. This watch is not a Zelos, however. You may recognize that from the box. This is not a Zelos box. However, this is a Elshan Tang product, because Elshan also co-owns Ventus. I'm not sure if you can see the V. There it is. There's the V. Ventus. V-E-N-T-U-S. Ventus. Ventus. Ventus? I don't know. I'm saying Ventus. Leave me alone. Anyway, this watch actually belongs to my father, who was also a watch collector with a very extensive watch collection of his own. He owns, at last count, 8 Zelos watches. Pardon me. Mostly on my recommendation. And still not quite caught up to me yet, but he doesn't know that. So we'll keep it our little secret. But he does lead me in Ventus watches 1-0. Sorry, I apologize for that. Anyway, inside a Ventus box, which is a nice, very stiff cardboard box with sort of a brushed aluminum style. Well, no, it's wood grain, isn't it? If in this light it looks like brushed aluminum, in this light it's wood grain. Anyway, it's not wood, it's cardboard. It has some kind of magnetic-ish closure there, and it kind of unfolds out like a, I don't know. You know, it kind of unfolds out like a bento box almost, but not really. And this is a Ventus warranty card. Has a sort of wood grain look to it, but it's basically a very thick business card. Let's see. Inside, you get a watch roll, very much, again, like a Zelos, but not a Zelos. And inside the watch roll, which is kind of a leatherette kind of watch roll, it's a little shorter than a Zelos watch roll, but it still look familiar. You have a rubber band with spring bars, which is nice. Actually, this is the band that the watch came on, but owing to the case style of the watch, my father opted for the Horween leather, and I was more than happy to outfit his watch as such. It took literally a minute. And, God, get it in there. Come on. And there it is, the watch itself. This is a Ventus Mori 2. And as you can see, it is not bronze. No, it is brass. And it is a diver's watch. But it does look very Zelos-like, doesn't it? It has that special case back with the cutout, or the impression, or whatever word you want to use for it, of the, in this case it's an old copper or brass diver's helmet, hence the brass, really. 300 meter, Seiko automatic. We'll go over all that in a minute. Sapphire crystal. And what does that say? Ventus Mori. So no production numbers given or anything like that. I don't know how many of these were built. I don't really care. Unidirectional rotating bezel. It's a bit on the stiff side, but I'm sure with use it would wear in a little bit better. Click, click, and it lines up just nice. Very nice watch. This is, obviously I was the one that put the strap on, so I've seen this watch before, and I, played with it a little bit before, but my father was gracious enough to let me borrow it for the afternoon to make this video, and then he promised I'd return it right to him. This is the ever popular teal face. Usually the first colorway to sell out over on the Zelos side, but I believe these are still available from Ventus. So if you miss the opportunity to get a teal-faced dive watch from Zelos, I can tell you this is not a bad substitute. It's a good quality watch, solid. Got that signed case, signed crown. The bezel is loomed, it appears, and as well as, of course, the indices and so on in the hands. Yeah, it would really make a very nice substitute, and at a lower price point. I believe these are in the low 300s for this watch, low to mid 300s for this watch. And there should be plenty of them. So if you missed out on a teal-faced Zelos watch and you don't want to pay the secondary market prices, this might be something worth considering. Let's see. We have the screw-down crown to meet the water resistance that this thing is rated for. Let's see. It is a hackable movement. Of course, being a Seiko movement, of course, it's hackable. And one click in will do the date, as you can see. And of course, now I have to cycle it through because I screwed it up, and my minor case of OCD won't let me not have it the right date. So, and it screws down very quickly, very smoothly. If you can catch the threads. That was a complaint. That should do it. There you go. Had to rotate back just a little bit. It caught a thread and then right in with, it was barely a turn. So it's an easy crown to work with. Good knurling. Good coin edge on the bezel. All of it in brass, and you can see it started to patina a little bit. Brass will patina, but it will polish up really nice. I mean, bronze patina's a lot darker than brass. At least in my experience. I have several bronze watches, and so does my father. The brass is slower to patina in, and but it's also easier to polish back to that shine that we all like so much out of polished brass. So if my father ever wanted to clean it up, polish it up, start over, just a Cape Cod cloth in a few minutes of his time, and it's done. I would take the straps off first so you don't get any Cape Cod on the leather, and as you can see, it uses quick release right there, so easy enough to work with. Yeah, back on. Okay, let me throw it on my wrist here and do it off camera because it's easier than I might knock the camera over and then everyone laughs at me. Because I don't edit out my mistakes. Because I'm really not very good with editing software. Even though I supposedly have a pretty good editing program on my iMac. What's it called? iMovie. I don't really do much, as you guys can tell but nobody's complaining. So on my 7¼ inch wrist, it wears beautifully. As you can see, the lugs fall just right. And of course, I wear my watches back from here, so there's never any issue with practically any watch I've ever owned of interference with the crown or anything, but it wears very comfortably. This leather is still a little stiff, but not bad. It's wearing in nicely. So it looks really good. Of course, you have the brass buckle on the Horween. Did I take? Oh, I took it off of this one. No, I didn't. I'm sorry. Yeah, on the rubber they give you a stainless steel buckle, which struck me as a little funny, I guess. Anyway, sheet of facts for your enjoyment. This, as I've been saying all along, is a Ventus Mori 2 300-meter brass diver. And it is a hunky little thing. There's good weight to it. I think people who like a weighty watch, but not without being grotesquely big, they'll like this. Sapphire crystal, nice dome to it. Just a slight dome, as you can see. 120 click bezel. And you know what? Even after just doing one rotation, it's already gotten easier to rotate the second time. And it lines up just nice. Has a little bit of back play, but not much. Beautiful. Seiko NH35 movement, so you get just the date function. NH36 would have given you day and date, but it would have taken away from that beautiful teal watch face that, you know, I want as much teal watch face as I can get. 41 millimeter diameter case, 14 thick, 20 millimeter lug to lug, so strap monster possibilities are there, and 48 millimeter on the tip to tip. So a nice watch. It'll fit a variety of folks, fit a variety of wrists, and it would make a great all-arounder. It's obviously a superb dive watch with the screw-down crown, the screw-down case back. And that's a stainless steel case back, by the way. 300-meter water resistance is going to make a great dive watch. You know, swim, snorkel, scuba, get caught in the rain. This watch will handle as long as that crown is screwed in. Pardon me. It could probably even pass as a semi-dress watch with that very striking watch face and the leather strap. There's the Horween crest. Very thick leather. It's very thick all the way to the end. They're not shorting you on leather material here. This is a good quality strap. When I retrofit watches, I prefer collar ebb, but when the watch comes with a Horween leather strap, there's no need to retrofit it. It's a very good quality strap. It loosens up fairly quickly. It comes in very stiff, but it loosens up and becomes very pliable very quickly. And as you can see, it's very, very pliable. So I'm going to leave it at that. It's a very enjoyable watch. I'm enjoying wearing it for the day. It goes back to my father this evening, guys. I'm going to miss it, but it's close by. So I will be turquoise. I will be turquoise with envy when I see him wearing it, because I know it's a really good watch. So if you like the video, well, my normal spiel, please give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. Comments, questions, suggestions down below. Again, shout out to Brad Southern for the suggestion to actually do a video on this watch, and since I had access to one, why not? And if you're not already a subscriber, please consider clicking that subscribe button. And if you do, click the bell icon next to it so that when I make new content, you will be alerted to it. I appreciate all my subs. I appreciate all my new folks too. People just passing through. I appreciate you too. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good rest of the day. I will see you in my next video.